Complacency, a poem by Patricia Paul. 140 people died in a car bombing in Iraq today, the radio announcer said. Inside another car, a half-world away, none of the Americans stirred. They thought of traffic jams, dinner choices, family problems. Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans, John Lennon observed, years before he was gunned down on a New York City street. War waged by a democratic nation happens when no one cares enough to pay attention. What does war look like? It is fiery, horrifying, bloody, and painful beyond words. When America invaded Iraq more than 5 years ago, we were promised a short, surgically precise war that would save us from evil. Iraq's hidden arsenal of weapons of mass destruction would be uncovered, and democracy would be installed in a country run by a tyrant. Oh, that was the Disney version. It really was President George W. Bush's story. Now, 6 years into the war, has there been progress? Ex-Iraq President Saddam Hussein is dead. Although we Americans are slow to execute our own, Hussein was put to death in seemingly record time. But that is only one death. Nearly 5,000 troops have died since our war of military precision was launched. Imagine the grief that has jabbed hole into so many hearts. Mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, sons and daughters, wives and husbands. Even more Iraqis have been killed than Americans. Then there are the hurt and wounded on both sides. Can anyone who has ever witnessed war's atrocity ever feel right again? Soldiers who return home wounded bear a human price many of us could not bear to pay. Our country is paying a hefty price too. One economist estimated the war cost us $300 million a day. Last year, the Congressional Budget Office tallied the cost at $368 billion so far, plus $45 million in veteran benefits. And we're not even fighting with full force because our military units are undermanned and not fully armored. Some soldiers are counting on silly strings sent from home to help save their lives. In this age of computerized warfare, who could fathom that a can of silly string might save someone from a roadside bomb? There are numerous signs this war is bankrupting our country. Gasoline and food prices are soaring. Diesel fuel now costs more than gasoline. People who are confident of steady jobs and solid income have joined unemployment lines. Oh, and for what? Those weapons of mass destruction? They haven't been found. But our nation's image as the bully of the world has been inscribed in the minds of people everywhere. When it comes to bullying, we like to pick our fights wisely. Modern America doesn't care about so-called ethnic cleansing, a clever euphemism for genocide. If we did, we would have interceded in Bosnia, Rwanda, Sierra Leone, Darfur, and other places. There's not much to say for those other countries, at least as far as Texas oilmen are concerned. Iraq has one of the richest supplies of oil in the world, and gas-guzzling Americans driving around in those big SUVs need that oil. Who cares if it contributes to global warming? The concept of global warming is a hoax, some scientists claim, despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. If we're so worried about weapons of mass destruction, what will we do when Iran has nuclear weapons? Will we attack that country too? When do we start caring for our own people or those in need elsewhere? Imagine what we could do with the 1.2 trillion. That's right, 1.2 trillion some experts think the Iraqi war will cost. Obviously, our officials have learned to stop worrying and love the bomb. But our true leaders, such as Martin Luther King and Gandhi, chose peace. We continue to step on landmines of our own making. Who knows how much will be destroyed? If I had my wish, all commercial air American flights would be shut down temporarily and converted to Operation American Freedom. Planes would fly back and forth to and from Iraq until all our soldiers were home. And we would apply our energy toward building a better world. Just think about it.